Hello and welcome to Team Amethyst Adventure level. My name is LVLSHooten and I'm going to start us off here at the campsite. I'm just going to collect a couple items and then we'll move into my level design that I did, which will be exploring the damaged tomb. Coming from the campsite, I wanted to continue the jungle texture that was on the ground, giving the player a nice leading path, something to follow along the way, along with introducing nature as a ledge climb with that rotting tree. We also used sequences to lead the player along and give them a sense of direction. Once you reach the end of this unsealed door here, you have this huge environment with leading lines all pointing in a left to right direction, bringing you up to that light up top there at that temple. And down below, where you see that you're going to have to start scaling, is highly contrasted vines, so that you know that once again that nature is going to be a huge key in how you move along in this space. And the area here in the middle is just to give an idea of how dilapidated this caved-in temple really is, with all of these rotting trees and vines growing everywhere, the amount of time that all of that moss and stuff would have to grow. So this temple has obviously been damaged for a very, very extended period of time, giving you vines leading you across different paths and fallen rocks as your ways to move around the area. The chest here has a lost statue in it. Gives the player more of a story. Maybe they need to return it, or is it something that should be lost? Does it actually make something worse? It's something that you don't find out until later on. You keep playing the game. After you climb up the rock edges here off the side of the cliff, you make it to your top area where this shrine is sitting. And sure enough, you can place the lost statue there, giving you an exit out of the temple into a back tomb. It gives you a little bit of a breath of fresh air, where you're able to take a moment and you made it through that first part of that level. The tomb inside, though, holds its own secret, where it holds a lost statue, the same statue that was supposedly lost right there. And now you may feel like you're in a trap, which, before the fire engulfs you, as it falls down, you have to make it get your jump up. But I'll hand myself off to LVLJCorr here, next level designer.
Welcome to Grandma's. My name is LVLJCorr, and I am the designer for this portion of the level. As you can see up to the left is Grandma's cabin. May she rest in peace. As we make our way towards the cabin, we will have 2 levels to climb up. On the first level, you will come across a key. Right here, you can see the key on the rock. It will get us into the cabin. Up here in front of the campfire will be a key to get us in a chest that's inside the cabin. And once we get inside the cabin, to our left we will see Grandma's cookies. Collect those. We'll go ahead and open this chest. And there's the key to get us through the gate. Over here we're going to have Grandma's ashes that we'll pick up to take back home with us. And out here we see exactly why Grandma put her cabin on the hillside right there. It's this beautiful waterfall, comes down into a stream. And then over here we're going to pick up Mama's gnome that Grandma left her. But before that, we're going to dodge some falling trees. And then after we collect this, we'll run back around and jump over the fallen trees, and we will come to our first gate. That is the gate that we got the key from the chest inside Grandma's cabin. Now after we climb up here, to the left we will see another campfire. And this will have a key that will get us into the ranger station. And then we will climb up here again. And then to our left, we'll come around and you will see some picnic tables that we used to come and eat lunch with Grandma when we would visit her. And here we see the Ranger's Tower, used for watching hunters or spotting fires. We'll climb up here, we'll run up these steps and open the door, and inside will be another chest. And inside that chest will be a key to the gate to get us down to water level to see the lake. And after we open this, we will slide down. The gate will again close behind us. And here's our favorite saying, when pigs fly. Here we have a flying pig. And here you can see the end of the level. We have the boat. And of course, you can't operate a boat without gas, so we will go and collect the gas can. And now that we have it, we will be able to fuel the boat and traverse to the end of the level and into the next level. Thank you for watching. The next level will be LVLJCorr. Nicholas, take it away.
Thank you, Josh, for that kind introduction and that wonderful walkthrough through Grandma's. I'm Nicholas C. Jackson, and this is my level, which is a Japanese-themed level. As you notice, there's a little short cinematic there blocking us from returning to Josh's beautiful level. And then we get to enter the little shop here containing a bunch of fruit and vegetables, some barrels and different objects we have here. And on the left you'll notice a key to the gate that we can go collect. And then as we exit through the front door here, we'll notice that there is some lampposts, some beautiful cherry blossoms with petals falling. Got a little miniature castle we put in the ground here. And then we put a big little statue there, a couple other small statues in the front. Then our player will be approaching the gate, and after the gate opens and they enter our first transition area, they will see kind of to the left there where they need to go, a couple chests out in the water, and you notice these little lampposts, which I'm kind of using a little bit as leading lines, kind of directing the player where they kind of need to go. That way it allows them to pick up the key to the tower, and then instead of backtracking, I allow them to jump across these little floating wood planks. That way they can continue forward on their adventure. Here we get to collect a little sushi box I made, trying to keep within my Japanese theme. And then we're going to start climbing this wall here. And then as a player starts to head towards the tower and open it, once they're inside, they're going to be greeted with this little cinematic. These little Oni statues I found while looking for my Japanese themed stuff. I thought would be a nice little way to kind of put in a fun little cinematic. I made some little glowing eyes for them so it wasn't all statue. And then we're introducing the key here, giving them a definite leading line and breadcrumb of, hey, you need to pick this up. We continue the kind of theme I have of following the little red lights that I've posted, so the player knows that that's kind of where they need to go. All around the floor here you'll see the darker wood, which is the climbing ledge, which informs the player, hey, I can climb on this, meaning that they can find other ways up and around if they wanted. Here we see more of the lights leading our player, and you can see there's a collectible or something glowing here, and I decided to put in a little pineapple. So the pineapple is a kind of an homage to one of my favorite shows, Psych, because they always hit a pineapple in every episode, so I just wanted to have a pineapple added to my level somewhere. Here for our second transition we have the Bridge of Faith, which when the player fails to make the jump, it will then be teleported back to the start of it, allowing them to make a second attempt, or third or fourth, depending on how many it takes. Or they just laugh at the Wilhelm scream and want to watch it again. Here we have our cinematic transferring the player across the blade. I also did make it so if the player fell after they did this transition, you can make the jump from the start all the way over. As we exit the tower, we then come upon the shrine where we see the jade statue, which is what we're here to collect in our endpoint. Playing a cinematic which will bring my level to an end, and then taking you right into Joseph's beautiful level that we watched him put together, and it was a lot of fun to see everything come together with his. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicholas. My name is Joseph Reed, and welcome to Fire Temple Mountain. As we enter my first area, I wanted to try to draw the player's attention to the right. So I added the temple here, and I tried to use the ground path here as to draw their attention to this rotten log that will be the way that they can climb through the rest of my level. As we collect the mysterious rock here, we move on to the first temple, and we collect another treasure, which will be the fire statue. As we come along here, we come up along my first valve, which closes behind the player, not allowing them to traverse area they've already gone through. As the player turn around, we can see to the left here the little glowing light, which attracts our eyes, so we go into investigate. We climb up, we come to the chest, we interact, and we find a flying pig. I didn't know pigs could fly. So we turn around, we see more of the logs kind of acting as breadcrumbs to lead the player to their path towards the temple. We climb up another log here, and we tiptoe across the fallen log. We come on up here and collect the sacred offering, which is needed to open the temple door. Without it, we could have to come all the way back down and get it. As we turn around, we can see our next path across as we hop across the 3 monuments here. Obviously, it wouldn't make sense to have a log on this platform, so I tried to make it as obvious as I could with the flowers. We come on over here, on up, turn to the right. A lot of my inspiration came from Tomb Raider and Indiana Jones, I would say. Trying to find treasure, going through strange places, learn about ancient cultures. As we come to the temple door here, we can place down the sacred offering and the door opens for us. We come in, we can see that there's some kind of mystic barrier blocking our way. So we back up and take a look around the room. We notice the statues are in a particular order, and of course the one with the fire, the torches. Obviously we must interact with this one. So we put down the fire idol. The statue absorbs the energy and we can enter the temple room. As the temple treasure comes up, we're granted access to the room. We can go on up, pick up the temple treasure, and our way out of the temple is revealed. Along with my second valve sealing our way back so we can't traverse any more area. And now I will hand you off to Jonathan Noble, our next designer.
Thank you, Joseph. My name is Jonathan Noble, and I am the creator of the Mystery Forest level. After making the jump across the river, you will notice that off in the distance there's a temple, maybe being your destination. We should go there. As you proceed into the temple, you'll notice that you've come to a dead end. But it looks like a bell is required. Let's see if we can find it. Ah, there it is. Let's go put it back. Are you okay? Who could that be? Is this the ancient being that constructed this temple and owns all this treasure? As you leave, I only have one question. Did you catch the Easter egg? Watch your step across the bridge. And as we've come to the end of my level, I want to say thank you for joining me in my run through of my level. And don't forget to pick up the Donut of Victory as you leave. And as we've reached the end of my level, and the end of the project overall, I want to say thank you on behalf of Team Amethyst for joining myself, Nick, Storm, Joseph, and Josh in the journey through our levels. And speaking for the rest of them here, I want to say it was a lot of fun integrating our levels together and building off each one another. And I hope that you enjoyed it as well. Thank you.